Hello, nobles, knights, and peasants, and welcome back to Tabletop Bastion. This is Isaac, covering my match against MegaSilver. I am running Queen Maladrix, Knight Primus Adelburn, Frostclaw Paladins, and Festering Honor Guard for a 500-point army. MegaSilver here is running 5 sets of Necrotech Reavers, Hellforge, and a Necrotech Geistfire. So at the start here, he wins initiative, and I'm debating if the road tiles are going to be worth it or not, because my luck with road tiles has been absolutely garbage. And he does give me some advice throughout this match, because being a newer player, I'm still trying to understand the importance of what to lead. I do decide to lead with the Queen here, believing that if Queen meets Hellforger, I'll end up in a better spot in the long run. Because in my head, if I have Adelburn go second, I can clean up. But if I lose that Queen versus Hellforger combat, it's going to get pretty dark. He pushes forward on the left side of the map and ends up getting a good hill. And he's counting spaces between to see if it's worth to move closer to the road, which he does decide to do. This order marker, I start questioning if it's worth moving the bugs forward or not. I know I have to because they're a melee unit, but it feels like suicide. But I decide to do it anyway, knowing that it's probably best to have at least one bug die, so that way I can use the Queen's ability. But luckily none of them die right away, and I do manage to kill the Necrotech that is sitting on that height, and then I push forward with the Queen and make a swing at the Hellforger. I do want to point out, I do absolutely love this map. After playing on it a couple more times since then, I built it at home and ran it with a couple buddies, and I think this map is actually very fun. It is not overwhelming, and I'm used to maps being a little overwhelming depending on the tournament I'm playing in. But this one was hosted really well. Thank you, Bowtie, for hosting this. All the maps were enjoyable and very interesting. Some of them I've never even heard of. He pushes me here, trying to surround the Queen. I think, if I remember correctly, I roll out of my mind and get incredibly lucky on the defense dice. He does manage to take down a bug. I don't see any point in moving the bugs too far, only because he's bringing Necrotechs to me and they're rolling really well. I'd probably feel a good bit different if he managed to kill a bug per Necrotech, which would have been terrifying. He does use his Geistfire really well this match and moves him around incredibly well. If it was not for Adelburn's ability, I don't know what I would have done in the long run, and you'll see that here. As we're placing order markers, I'm thinking, okay, I have to commit to Queen again. I could commit to the Adelburn squad, but I'm going to commit to Queen again and hope that it pays off. I'm rolling to defend against Hellforger, and then we switch, and I go to attack his Necrotechs and directly to the Hellforger in hoping for the best. I do manage here to take out his Hellforger after infesting it, and so I end up getting my bug back as well. Which from here, it kind of just steams down to how long can I keep the Queen alive and how much can I clean up. I do respect the amount of figures he has, because I've learned the hard way that just because I've managed to kill the big unit does not mean anything. It being a dice game, we have learned here at Tabletop Bastion that anything is possible. He moves his Geistfire down closer to my bears and starts taking shots at them. He decides it's probably best to start trying to pick off my second wave, which isn't a terrible idea, especially since I am still full committed to Queen order marker wise. If he would have managed to kill a bear there, it would have been very rough. Here, I know my Queen is low, So I'm debating at the top of the round if I need to switch waves or not. And this is where I do struggle a little bit, because I go, okay, he's pushing my second wave. During the next order marker placement, do I need to shuffle order markers? Is it worth trying to get one more round out of the queen? And I know since the queen has the capability to move her order markers to the festering honor guard, it's usually safe to do so. But he ends up taking the queen out at the end of that round anyway, so I didn't even have to worry too much about it. But in the moment, I was really stressed about it. I leave that bug on that glyph. If I remember, that is the initiative glyph, if I remember correctly, and I could double check that. Here I'm counting if it's worth to get the bears to the road tiles or not, and how far forward do I want them, and how do I want to be engaged with, because I'm kind of just making a wall around Adalburn right now, because I want Adalburn to engage first so that I can get his ability, because without that, I feel like I'm wasting him. Him being only 3 defense die, it makes me nervous to push him forward, even though he does what Adalburn does and does not seem to die. Do want to point out his Geistfire did get a wound on that front bear before the turn started at the end of the last round. And then he manages to take out a bear in one shot as the engagement comes, but I end up rolling defense well. Counting the Adalburn movement now, and I am debating if it's worth to push up or not. And I decided to push up. I wanted to stay on the road, but I knew it wasn't going to be worth it, because I'm looking at his back, and I go, okay, if I could just get as far back as I can kill 2 things at once. But I decide not to play super greedy. He does help me here in helping me realize the positioning that I do have. And so yet again, shout out to MegaSilver. He is a fantastic player and a great mentor. He has watched me play, I think, at 4 tournaments now, and time again, losing and learning and losing and learning. I push up here with Adalburn, hoping for the best. It does work out. This is kind of where I'm at that point where I go, okay, what do I do with my bears? Because they're so far back, what I probably should have done is, after killing this Necrotech, I should have put them on the road tiles so that I could utilize them the rest of the game better. But instead, a lot of my focus just falls on attacking what's in front of me and doing what I can with Adalburn. He does one last push. I do get Adalburn in a position, though, to where there is nowhere he can move his Geistfire without me being able to engage it, which ends up being the final part of this round. It was an excellent match, MegaSilver, and I look forward to playing you again. And thank you guys so much for watching Tabletop Bastion. Tune in next time. I should have the next video up soon of the finals match. It's me versus Emrile.